thing is ridiculous and super cool. We're looking at Katadyn Befree today. What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to Matty Outdoors, and welcome to Matty Outdoors if your first time. I am Matty. I love hiking and backpacking. I'm into hammock camping. I'm getting into ultralight backpacking. I'm Canadian, so I hike a ton of Canadian Rockies. So if that sounds cool to you, I got a subscribe button over here that you should probably click on. And yeah, today we're talking water filters. Alright, so for the last couple of years, I've been using a gravity system, and it has worked really well for me. What I kind of eventually settled with was a 2-liter dirty bag from Platypus. I like that it's got the quick disconnect feature. The top of the bag opened up really nice and wide. It was really easy to fill. I really liked it. I like that it came with the strap on the top for hanging it. It made it really efficient, really easy. It was a really easy system. I really liked it. That's why I stuck with it. I ended up changing the filter out for a Sawyer Mini, just for the weight savings. It's a little bit smaller, more compactable. Yeah, like when I went to the Sawyer Mini, 51 grams for the filter on its own, which is pretty wicked, and then just a short chunk of tubing to the end. The one thing that I didn't like about the gravity system was how long it took to get everything set up. Like when I got to camp, it was awesome because you just grab your 2 liters of water, throw it up in the tree, go and set up your hammock, whatever, then you're good to go. What I didn't like it for was on trail, because it does take a while to get going. A lot of times with these filters, you gotta burp it. It's kind of a pain, so you're like, get a little bit of water to come through, and then you gotta back flush to kind of get the airlock out of the filter. It was just kind of a pain. Trying to pull this out of my pack, get water filtered up on trail was usually a good like 10-15 minute ordeal. I don't necessarily always want to stop for, 10-15 minutes at a time. Sometimes it's nice to just stop, dunk your bottle in, and go. So with that in mind, that was the reasoning behind the switch to the Katadyn Befree. On top of the ability to just quickly use this, and I guess kind of one of the reasons too that I went to this over just getting a Sawyer bag for my Sawyer Mini. Personally, I hate the Sawyer bags. I find they're ridiculously difficult to fill. Just that little tiny opening on the top of the bag is a pain for me to fill. I don't want to carry around a little cut up piece of a plastic bottle to like scoop water and pour it in. Like I don't want to do that. That just seems really chintzy to me. And at the end of the day, this is lighter. Like, this guy here, this entire system, even with the bag on it and the little sports cap that comes with it, which is kind of cool. You get this little drinky cap on the top of this thing, is 64 grams for the entire setup. Just the filter alone on the Sawyer. And I've stripped that thing down. I pulled all the O-rings out. I cut off a lot of useless plastic on that Sawyer. Is down to 51 grams. This guy's at 64 grams on its own, completely all in. Yeah, just absolutely wicked. So what you have with this guy, I'll pull the filter out. We'll just look at the bag first. It's a 1-liter bag from Hydro Pack. It says Hydro Pack on the bottom. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that on the camera, but I promise you it does say Hydro Pack. Then it gives you your Befree little 1-liter designation. Cool little bubbles on the side. The bag is kind of this, like, I don't know, it's like a rubbery feel to it. Like, to me, in my head, this is what I picture the inside of a baby bottle to feel like. I've never actually felt the inside of a baby bottle, but that's what I think it would feel like, so I don't know. And then on the other side, it gives you some like measurement designations, so you get like 0.2 liter, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, up to 1 liter, which is pretty sweet. Kind of gives you an idea how much water you got left in this thing. I'm assuming you could also use that for, like, filling that up, measuring for like your food at night for cooking. It also gives you instructions on the back on how to clean this thing, which I think is pretty cool. Apparently you just fill it with some water, shake it. So you put the filter in and you shake it, and that'll loosen up all the debris on the thing. And then you take the filter out, dump it in a creek or whatever, swish it, and that's supposed to clean the big debris out. Pretty cool. Obviously, I mean, you would probably clean it like that at home too when you're done a trip. And then yeah, the filter just screws onto the threads on the top. I'm not sure what threads those are. They're bigger than a standard water bottle thread. I'm assuming they're just like some kind of Hydro Pack's own proprietary thread, I'm assuming. And then getting to the filter itself, I'll pull the sports cap off here. So like when you buy a replacement filter, this is what it'll come with. And you can see the filter fibers right inside here, which is kind of cool. That's kind of what makes this thing have the ability to be so light, is instead of like on the Sawyer where the filter is all inside here, inside this like plastic encasement, on this guy the filter is out in the open, so your filter itself is sitting inside your water vessel basically, and then you can see the little filters through the top here too where your water comes out. This is a standard water bottle thread with a cool little sports cap they give you, which is pretty awesome. The weight of the filter itself is 1.25 ounces. So yeah, that combined with the bag gives you 2 1/4 ounces. So 1 ounce for the bag, which is pretty wicked. Yeah, and to use this thing, super easy. Fill this guy with water, screw this guy on, and then you have the ability to either squeeze like the Sawyers, or also like the Sawyers where you can put them on top of a water bottle or whatever, but this you can also drink right out of this thing. So I'm going to go put some water in this thing. We'll kind of give you an idea what the flow rate is on this. I do want to know what you use for a filter though. Do you use one of those pumps? Do you use something like this? Do you use a gravity? Do you use one of the Sawyers? Do you use something different? Let me know down below. I want to know what you use for a filter. Alright, so got some water in this guy filled up. Got a liter filled in. So if I was going to filter on trail, this is exactly how I do it. And that's not really squeezing very hard at all. And there, 1 liter of water, done. Super fast, super efficient on this thing, super light. And obviously, she's going to pack up super small to toss away back in the pack. So there it is, kind of a quick look so far. My first thoughts and impressions on the Katadyn Befree. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts behind why I'm going away from the gravity system. It's going to save me a little bit of space in the pack, which for me is kind of important when I've got some bigger trips coming up. Like I got an 8-day trip coming up in September. So the ability to have a little bit less space taken up in my pack gives me the ability to add that extra food that I'm going to be carrying, because I'm not going to get any kind of resupply. So I'm probably going to be carrying 9 days worth of food. Plus I'm going to have the dog with me. So I'm probably going to end up carrying half of her food at the start of the trip. I don't want to put too much on her. She's also going to be hauling some of her own gear, so you know, I'll take a little bit of her food weight. So any little bit of extra space I can save in my pack, plus a little bit of weight saving, cuts out 3 ounces of weight out of my pack. So pretty excited about that. But yeah, that is my first looks at the Katadyn Befree. So there it is. That's all I got. That's my filter. That's what we're going with. It's small. It's ridiculous looking. But yeah, I dig it. I think it's going to work. Yeah. Anyways, I am Matty. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one.